Is DJ Biggadeteacha Set Speed. Greetings and welcome to Vibes Entertainment. Your host, DJ Biggadeteacha. If you're sitting in your car or you're sitting in your own room, bedroom, bathroom, anywhere you're sitting.
When I rise this morning, I give praise in my in and out. Mr. Still I give praise. Come on, watch them, man. It's all representing for DJ Bigger the Teacher. Present a thing called Vibes Entertainment Broadcast. Live on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Go and check him out. All the representing. I me say I am the steamers. DJ Bigger. Watch them, man.
Yes, sir. Greetings to you all. I want to introduce to you reggae artist, superstar out of Georgetown, Guyana, Lambi I. First time on Vibes Entertainment live. I want to say give thanks and praise unto the Most High Jah Rastafari. Aye. Thanks for being here and thanks for being on this platform. Compliments of Green Valley Records, Upliftment Records. I want to say give thanks and praise unto the Most High Jah Rastafari.
Rastafari. Yes, King.
Yes, sir.
It's a joy, you know. It's a joy, you know, to be a part of the fullness, you know, and to broadcast ourselves from Guyana, you know, something from out of Guyana, you know, because we've been hearing that Guyana don't have artists for a while, you know, which we have artists. We have a lot of artists here that putting in work, you know, over the years, you know. We have a lot of talented youths coming up too. So we need the spotlight to shine on us so the world could know well that Guyanese people have talent, you know. Respect DJ Bigger for what you're doing, brother, you know. Maximum.
Thanks very much for the endorsement, Lambi I. Well, Lambi I, I've been knowing you for years and years. And you is one of Guyana's greatest reggae artists full of talent. I want to say big up to Mr. Wally Fraser, you know what I mean? And Firstborn family. And the whole of the Guyana 83,000 square mile. You know what I mean? And your mother and your father for producing such a great son on the face of the earth and taking the music to where it is. So with that said and done, just introduce yourself to the world, you know.
Yes, well, I am Lambert Semple, you know, born and grow in an area called West Rhineveld, Georgetown, Guyana. You know, from since as a youth, you know, I find myself in a talented family, talented surrounding, you know, my mom, aunts, uncles, and, you know, friends from the community, my cousins, and so on. We used to be a part of an annual concert held by a family friend to my grandmother. We used to call her Teacher Georgie. She was a teacher, school teacher. And every August, summer holiday, she used to host a concert, you know, that used to feature the youths in the community. And I grew up a part of the culture, you know. I come and born, and I grew up and see my mom and uncles and so on go into practice and rehearsals, and then they used to have this youth concert where a lot of people from the community would turn out, you know, and support this concert and thing. So for me, I started from an early age of 5 performing, learning to dance and act and do Macbeth skits and, you know, all of these great English skits and so on, you know, to the books Macbeth and Romeo and Juliet and these things. And we used to sing a lot of songs. So Teacher Georgie was a very serious woman. And she taught us how to sing and pull notes. So I started from early, 5 years old. From then, I went to school. I went to West Rhineveld Primary School, you know, one of the best schools in my community. And at West Rhineveld Primary School, I had a choir there. You know what I mean? At the age of 8, 9, and so on, I was a part of the choir. And we used to perform West Rhineveld Choir. Also, growing up in Sunday school, you know, I used to go to church and things. Mommy used to send me to church. And going to church, I used to see people performing on the church stage, you know, so I used to always need to go and perform, you know, be a part of the performing sector of the church as a little youth. So I came to my mom, my mother, and I said, Mommy, you know, I need to go and sing in church and so on. And my mother said, okay, come. And my mother took time and she taught me a song that when I went to Sunday school this Sunday and I sing this song, the Sunday school teachers them say, "What, Lambert? Who teach you to sing like that?" You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It shocked them, you know. And they say, "Who teach you to sing like that?" And I tell them, "My mother." So they came home and they spoke to my mother and they said, "Look, Lambert got special talent." And I was about 6, 7 years old at the time. And say, "No, Lambert got special talent, and we need him to perform more frequently in the church. And be glad for you continue grooming him." You know what I mean? And then from there I went to centralized school. In centralized school, they used to have school concerts and all of these things, you know what I mean? And I as a youth always going to school. One of my favorite artists in them time, was Shabba Ranks, and Ray Charles and so on. So I would go to school and I would sing it for my friends them in school, all, the girls, my class and so on. I would sing it for them all the time, performing all the Shabba Ranks dance and these things. So when they have concerts in the school, they would call on me to come and perform and, do a little thing alongside other students and so on. You know what I mean? Then from then I always had a passion for singing and performing, especially my own creative music and so on. So around 11, 12, 13 them age my uncle, George Junipuni, from the same West Rhineville housing scheme. George used to set up mic system and a little song system in the yard and so on. So when I come home from school, me, my brothers and thing and my friends and the whole community would come out and join us in the yard and we would play music and we'd take up the mic and we chanting and George used to just singing and the other friends then would come along, Skiddy and them other brothers would come along and take the mic and do a thing. So as a little youth I used to just watching and I got my songs them penning and writing same way, but I would just watch the vibes and listen what the elders them do the thing. So that day my uncle said, "Junie, and said, Lambi, you are always watching and you don't say nothing." And he passed the mic to me and said, "Say something." And when he passed the mic to me, I take up the mic and I started singing and the whole place uproar. Busting my lyrics and things. They know that I prepare my lyrics all the time, you know what I mean? The whole place uproar and so on, and the response was real nice. So from since then, everybody started telling my uncle too, say, "Well, your nephew have something, from early age, and must take it serious, you must take it serious." So since them time I started writing my own songs, trying to, create my own songs and so on.
That's a very good package you get because I know you also write your own song. You're a singer-songwriter.
Yes, brother.
And I know you love
Yes,
the guitar.
King.
I know you love the guitar too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
I can remember that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, man. I always
it,
love the guitar.
it is so great for see the transition from then to now,
Yes.
and we're gonna do a rewind back. Like at what age like you like perform your first out there song as a reggae artist? At what age? What was the venue at them time back in Guyana when you like perform your first song by yourself?
Well, at age 19, age Franklin, right? Me and Psycho, the gospel singer Psycho and Juice, we used to spar together in a group and when we used to writing these songs, these were songs like "How Are We Going to Survive?" "Better World, Better Place," and these songs come from, So we heard about H. Franklin having a competition, 1994, right? I was 19 years old at the time. We heard about this competition and so on. He broadcasted television, radio. So we had a farm full up. So we went and get a farmer. We filled the farmer, sent it in and so on. This competition caught the attention of the media and the nation. Like, a lot of people across the nation of Guyana was, in tune to this competition. So that artists coming from Berbice, Linden, Bartik, all around artists come from for represent. At the end, we had 35 artists, and we entered this competition at the sports hall. When we entered the competition, the night we performed, and I placed first in this competition. I was 19 at the time. with the song Better World, Better Place. First, we had a tie with me and an artist named Fine Man who passed away. He's
Let's find man used to
that
sing in
rhyme and so on.
Fine man used to sing in a Ruby singer? Or the fine man that
No,
used to sing in a
I don't think he was a part of one. He
oh
used to there around the streets like rhyming and entertaining and thing, you know what I mean? But the thing will make I end up coping the first place in front of you is that my song was a positive message, right? And the competition was about they say you have to sing reality songs. And his song was a kind of slack, it had a little slackness inside and so on. So due to the crowd response, both of us got good crowd response and everything, but they ended up giving me the first place. So that was my first experience like coming out there to the public at age 19. And then, I went to Freddie McGregor show. After me and Psycho, we be part ways. Psycho become a Christian and, I side the faith of Rastafari. And I went to the Freddie McGregor show in 1997 after performing by myself for a while. And whilst at the Freddie McGregor show, I there in the show, and I hear this group coming up on stage, and this group named Forest Barn. And I noticed within the group, when the group came on stage, I noticed within this group about 4 members of this group. And me was good brethren. We went to school and all these things together. We used to spar. So that was Shani, Troy, Anthony, and then I didn't know Steve, right, from around the boat. So
Steve was
Steve
was a customer officer. Yeah, he was the original Forest
yeah,
Barn.
customer officer.
Customer officer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So Steve now, me, I see them brethren come up on stage and sing a cappella and song real good, the harmonies and everything song real good. So I said to myself, Lambi, the kind of music you would love to sing, you love to get harmonies behind your songs. And then you would love to learn how to do harmonies and learn music on a wider scope. You know what I mean? So I decided, well, look, I can go and look for these brothers since I know them. And I went and I looked for the brothers them in Tugville that was at the time located. And when I went in Tugville, I met with Russell Lancaster, Compton Garrett. Yeah, it was the elder.
Russell,
you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? It was a part of the fullness and so on. And then I sang 2 songs for them, which is how are we going to survive on repatriation. And the brothers them said, yeah, man, song real good. The elder said, well, you got something then. We got this group named Forest Barn. And every founding member of this group is the Forest Barn for the family. So he turned around and he asked me the time, well, when my mother gave birth to me, what place in my family I came forward, and I tell him, say, I am the first born for my mother, and my father is the first child, first grandchild for my grandparents, and also I was born in the month of April, which is Reuben, Aries, the firstborn of the zodiac sign. So I am an original firstborn, spiritually and physically. So he said, go, you gotta be a part of this group. You know what I mean? And I came away, come home, and I there doing my thing, and then they start rehearsing. And then after time, they come along, must be about 2-3 months pass. And then they came by me and they say, yo, Lambi, we get someone who need to manage this group. And his name is Father Wally from Vision Songs. Right? So we link up with Father Wally and so on. We went and see him, and Father Wally said that he's going to take this group to Jamaica. But before then, we got to come and meet him every week. Every Friday, we used to go meet Father Wally by Bamboo Cabana on Sherry Street. Right?
Yeah, them times. That's before Palm Court days.
Yes, and he said, well, yeah, man, you're ready. After time, we went there for a couple of weeks and said, you're ready and so on. He carried us to Jamaica. And the experience in Jamaica was great, It set a platform for us, for myself, you know what I mean? Because on the first trip to Jamaica, first movement to Jamaica, we went and we record with people like Dean Fraser, Flabber Holt, you know, China Smith,
and
Scully,
the mighty Fattest Burrell, the mighty Fattest Burrell,
Patrick Burrell.
the
Yes, yes. And then
exterminator
we also
label.
get a recording, Exterminator, yes. And then we did a recording with Dennis Brown at the time, and you know what I mean? And from then, a lot of things start happening for First Bar in Jamaica. And Guyana First Bar became a household name. After we came home and we released, how are we going to survive? And you know what, man? You know what I
That's
mean? And from
that's
then,
what that's why Forrest Barn bust out Natural Black. 'Cause nobody didn't know what Natural Black. It's Forrest Barn bust
true,
Natural
true.
Black out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
a lot of people don't know that, you know,
at that time, Natural Black name was
when
Black and White. You see the Arrow Studio. You
black
see what I'm
and white.
saying? Yes.
Yeah.
And Forrest Barn go and make everybody know about Natural when y'all come back. Mm.
Yes, true, true, bigger. A lot of people don't know that. When I tell people, say, man, you know, because when we went to Jamaica, was around 2000, we was traveling to Jamaica frequently, 1997, 98, 9, you know what I mean? And then 2001, around 2000, 2001, went to Jamaica, we heard about this artist named Natural Black from Guyana and so on. So we said, well, we got to link him, and we link him. And at the time, he had two songs playing in Jamaica, but Guyana didn't know about Natural Black.
Now make
And
it if you
Jamaica
bad
didn't know
mind.
about him extensively.
That song you cannot
Yeah,
make it
now
if
make
you
it if
bad
you're bad
you
mind.
bad mind. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, I true. You know what I mean? And then, you know, we Kevin was we road manager at the time, you know, he linked Natural and we collect a whole heap of music from Natural Black. First time we meet with him. And we bring it home together, you know, we give the radio stations, we give Malcolm Wickedy, started playing all the Natural Blacks, and then we did Ja Blessings with Natural Black. When we do Ja Blessings now, Ja Blessings become like an anthem in Jamaica and Guyana. Right? So Ja Blessings is one of the songs who really like
Bust Natural Black.
place
Bust Natural Black
put
out.
in. Yeah, the foot in. Yes. For Natural Black and Forest Barn, you know, was one of the songs that put the foot in, you know, put the stamp for us, you know what I mean? Yeah, make people recognize Natural Black and Forest Barn. You know what I mean? Yes, King. Well,
But
from then, you know,
mm,
yes,
no, well,
yes. Yeah,
between between the
yeah,
Forest
man. Go ahead.
between the Forest Band group, you got a distinct vocal. Your vocals are so
Yeah,
powerful that when they're singing, everybody could pick out Lambi vocals from the Forest Band.
yeah,
You know, because
yeah, man.
when you sing "How Are We Gonna Survive," that song was a big anthem in Guyana for years. You know.
Yes. That's the song that made Forest Barn a household name, you know. The song became like a second anthem, like, you know, like an anthem in Guyana. For years, that song played for years. And all now, after about 30 years, you know, the song
Mm.
continued to play. And every time I go anywhere to perform the song live, people sing the song word for word, you know, like it was recorded just, you know, a few months ago or last year or so on. So I give thanks for that, you know what I mean? And that was just starting, you know, something that, you know, to introduce me to the world, you know, this is how I see it, you know. First born, I give thanks for the experience. It was great. You know, I give thanks to Father Wally, who invested a lot of time and you know what I mean? Vision Songs, the whole team. I give thanks for the whole group First born. But that was like, you know, like a grooming stage to me, you know, the
I, s- I-
experience.
I call it a
Because
I call it a set in stone. I
yes,
call
a
it.
set in stone for me, you know, in my career, in my tradition. You know, after we did a lot of albums and so on, we released about 5 albums, and then, you know, VP get interested with Forest Barn, but, you know, Father Wally decided, well, you know what I mean, he gonna do it thing his own way and so on. But the group tour America, when we came from America, now it's like, what next? You know what I mean? We gonna do. And then naturally, everyone just, after time, everyone just started go up on a different, you know, track. You know what I mean? And then it's like, you know, we couldn't see eye to eye on certain issues, like, you know what I mean? Simple issues. But it was no bad vibe or really no bad energy, like, you know what I mean? But we couldn't see eye to eye on certain issues, and I decided, well, look, I went Jamaica 2009, seeking for do a solo vibration, you know, was myself and Rallo, 2009 in Jamaica, went and do some work with Bobby Digital and Dean Fraser. And I was around Taurus Riley and so on, you know what I mean? Spent 6 months there. And we do some recording, and Dean Fraser and Bobby Digital was well interested, you know what I mean, in my vocals and everything. But they told me at the time, say, look, we're working on Taurus Riley. We want to see Taurus Riley take off. So this will take a little time. So, you know, I returned to Guyana with all due respect, you know what I mean? And I decided, well, look, man, I going to work from Guyana, try to do something for Guyana. But while in Guyana now, I do home and I get a phone call from Trinidad. You know what I mean? And a brethren from Trinidad named Nolan Ben called me because at the time, my child mother, you know what I mean? My child mother at the time, you know, I was together and she was in Trinidad. And she took some of my music to Trinidad, you know what I did with Forrest Barn. And she played for the brethren who used to be around the studio and all these things. So the brother decided to call me and say, brother, look, what you doing in Guyana, boy? You know, this music sound real good. You know, it's nice for you to come Trinidad and try for do a thing. So I said, okay. About 3 weeks after then, I booked a flight and I went to Trinidad. And I campaigned in Trinidad. I went to Trinidad, and the response that I get in Trinidad, you know, because people now start to hear about Forrest Barn and so on in Trinidad, you know what I mean? So when I went to Trinidad, the response that I got, the media, the newspaper, the Trinidad National newspaper decided to give me an interview. And I took it and they do a nice interview for me. And I started to get certain forward in Trinidad, started to get some shows and started to record with studios like Lion King Studio and Backyard Studio, 50th Street Studio in Trinidad. And I ended up spending 4.5 years in Trinidad and campaigning, you know, because a lot of Trinidadians didn't know that Guyana have, you know, massive talent. You know, they heard about Natural Black and they used to always think Natural Black was a Jamaican, you know. Till when I went to Trinidad and I started, you know, campaigning, then, you know, one start realizing, well, Natural Black is a Guyanese too, and you know what I mean? Forrest Barn come from Guyana, I come from Guyana, Jomo, Balize, you know what I mean? I would let them know, well, look, we have talent here, you know what I mean? And it was real good campaigning in Trinidad. I get to perform a lot of shows, open for Luciano, open for Terry Gangsey, Glenn Washington, Conscience, Jack Cure. You know, I open shows for all these artists in Trinidad. You know, I got a lot of respect, you know, as a Guyanese artist in Trinidad doing some underground work and promoting myself. And then, while I was in Trinidad now, which reached a point to say, man, I have to come home, you know. Like, you know, me, the vibe reached me, look. I got to come home, you know, and reaching a little vibe in Trinidad, say, well, look, now it's time for Guyana. I come home to Guyana, came home 2013. And then when I came home to Guyana now, you know, me trying to put myself out there, it's like I didn't have the right mix, I didn't get in the right sound. You know, trying, I went to different studios. The music that I came home from Trinidad with, it didn't complete. It didn't get the final mixes and the final, you know, mastering, and you know, so I didn't get in the song I need. So, me getting the song I need, I decided, well, man, Lambi, you're going to relax after going around and trying a thing. I say, well, look, man, I'm going to relax and take my time. Because I know what I'm looking for launch my solo career as Lambi, you know what I mean? And then I started getting one offers and so on, but it wasn't like, you know, what I was looking for. Then I was working with some producers in Guyana. And same thing in getting my thing on time, in getting the quality. And I decided, well, look, man, you know, I got my brethren Redemption, you know, in foreign, and I realized Redemption have a studio, and you know what I mean? And you have certain things set, and you know what I mean? And a little while, I didn't link with Redemption, a little while. So I said, man, I give Redemption a call. Somebody just tell me for give Redemption a call, you know what I mean? And I give Redemption a call, and I said, brother, you know, I working on some music, man, but I'm getting what I need out of this music here. And right away, brethren say, here what now, send this song. I tell you, I need one song for him to help me with, you know, for get the quality out it. You know what I mean? And he said, send the song. So I send the one song. And then I tell him, say, look, man, it's 5 songs that he recorded with these people. And you know what I mean? He said, well, send the 5 songs. And when I send the 5 songs and Redemption say, well, look, man, bam, I hear what now. I gonna set a runnings for you where you're gonna go and you're gonna record these songs with live band. Well, from the minute you tell me that, I realized that this is seriousness because it's only then when you know, a producer know what I'm about. You know, me coming from working with Vision Songs and Dean Fraser and Flabber Holt and all these big producers and so on, exterminating Jamaica. You know that this is someone who know what they're about because from the minute you talk, well, look, you're going to do these songs live band, live instrument. And I say, well, yes, this is what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? So extensively, he said, brother, well, you know, I'm looking for someone for deal with my career and, you know what I mean, and deal with my music and put it where it's supposed to be. Because I know to myself that I've been working on my craft over the years, you know, and I know that I have a certain quality within my talent, within my vocals and everything. I know, you know, to myself, you know, I went to Cayenne 2005 with 2015, sorry, with Heatwave Band. And the time I touch stage, the people that may really know the music from the time I touch stage, you know, when I start to perform, they respond from the crowd, you know. You know, after performing years in Guyana and Jamaica, getting good response. When we tour America, you know, I got good response, the group get good response and so on, good response from the audience. So when I went Cayenne 2015 and the response was great, you know, from the audience. And then I went to China 2016, me and Big Red went to China as Lambi and Big Red when there's Michelle King. And we perform and the response in China to my music, you know, to my performance. Rupi was there from Barbados and he came and he reasoned me and he said, yo, you got some music, you know, that really need to go to the world, you know, and thing, you know what I mean? So I knew that this music need a certain quality and it needs someone who overstand. It need a team that overstand, you know what I mean? So when Redemption tell me, say, brother, you know what I mean? Well, I do this for you. I say, yeah, man. We talk about putting together a contract. We put together a contract and we signed the contract and everything. Since last year, you know what I mean? And we know, say, look, we have to got patience, we reason and everything. Say, well, look, man, we're going to put patience into this. Are we going to put work into something because we need for launch something coming out of Guyana with
all
quality.
Talking,
you know what I mean?
All you're talking, all the pores reason because you're up now. The thing is them that all the things them that we're saying. So
yeah, brother.
From the first phone call you make, I was a part.
Yeah, man.
As soon as after you finish talking. But
Rastafari, like tell you.
You see, Mr. Because you see, Heatwave Band is one of the best band they get in Guyana. They got no other band better than Heatwave Band.
True.
I know Bevan from long since in church. You understand?
Yeah, man.
I know Bevan is a leader, is a wicked drummer. Bevan could play piano plus. Yes. I know, you know, for mix and all them things. I don't really know I know you used to the Portuguese guy used to play the rhythm guitar, but I don't know who playing bass now. But I know Heatwave Band is good. But let me tell you something.
Yes.
You see, Guyana gets so much artists, right? And
yeah, man.
One of the most important things in Guyana is the production.
True. True thing.
The production is the most important thing because the talent that you have and the writing skill and the ability that you have, like you say, how are we going to survive? That's a permanent crop. And
yes.
a lot of artists have cash crop. You do a song right now, I pop 3 days, 4 days, a month, and after that it gone. So when you write good songs, like how you write, how are you going to survive, on all those other songs that you got. Every time you play it always sound fresh. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Going back to production now. They got a lot of studios in Guyana. I ain't bashing nobody, but I got to bash one person. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Production got a lot to do, you know, and when
very important.
When me and Redemption talk, and Redemption say, you're gonna go to Vijay and Vijay do your vocals and all these things and mix it.
Yes.
I was, I, I was, I tell from my heart to tell Redemption, I say, Vijay, everybody big enough Vijay. Vijay can't mix reggae music. Picking up a song coming up in the background somewhere there. Vijay cannot mix reggae music, and, Vijay cannot record reggae artists. Everybody big enough
Yes, sir.
Vijay. Vijay,
Yes.
the rhythms them that Vijay get is Heat Wave banders make all of them. And
Yeah, man.
when you record in a live set, you got to make sure you put every instrument in a different track. You understand?
Yes.
If you don't put every
Yes.
instrument in a different track, and when the artist voice and when it's mixing time, you don't get problem. So as
Yeah.
a artist, when you go to an engineer and you goes into the record box and you put on a headphone for your ears, the engineer becomes your teacher because
Right?
wow.
Yes, since 2011 in Trinidad and Tobago, right? Um, for you, 2013 classic. No, for you was 2009. For you,
Mm.
right? This the song was written in Jamaica, right? While he's working with along with Dean Fraser and so on. The song was written, and then uh possibilities for you and possibilities is 2009. World of Jealousy is 2009 in Jamaica, right? Talk of Wildlife and Classic Wildlife is 2011, Classic 2012, 2013. And
Mm.
since then, I've been writing a lot of songs, with the same quality. I even, what I mean, because we got a lot of experience in life. We gain a lot of experience, and so one thing that I place my focus on as a Guyanese artist is storytelling. You know how to create, even though you're singing you're sending a positive message. You still have to create a graphic picture within the songs. You know what I mean? You have to know to tell the story where people could relate to it, like you have the picture in front of the face as you're singing this song. And it's something that I focus on when I write, when want to write a song, create a song. And most of my songs, them now would come to me. A lot of people that ask me how these songs would come. But I give thanks to the Most High. I give thanks for inspiration. I give thanks for my ancestors. Because to me, is a spiritual something that is more than even me physically, you know what I mean? And all artists in the whole, you know, is a spiritual music is something spiritual, whether you do it for good reason or for what I mean, what other reason, you know what I mean? Every music come off a spiritual basic, you know what I mean? Because if you can't come off of where your spirit feeling within, and people relate it, let people feel the same thing and say, wow, it's go through the same thing, whether you're singing a bad man song or you're singing a song for the female or you're singing a song of reality, people must know that they can relate to what you're saying. You know what I mean? So, I focus a lot on every song that I sit down to write or create, for let it come forward with a kind of effect. So I continue to write songs. I got a whole heap of songs, that I continue to write and just waiting for the opportunity to even, give other artists, because in Jamaica we'll be working with, artists like Lucian and so on, you know what I mean? And, him always give me enough respect for the songs and that I write. Lucian and these brothers, his brothers, brethren to me, bigger, you don't know the trad, right?
Yeah man, yeah
Because
man, yeah man,
you
yeah man,
went to
yeah man.
Jamaica enough time, you know they're wrong and see. So
Yeah man,
Luciano,
yeah
we're
man.
good like that, you always have an interest in the songs that first born, especially I as a writer, you know,
Yeah.
would write the songs and so on. So we willing to even write songs for other Guyanese artists and so on. You know what I mean? Cause we have portion of songs. You know what I mean,
So,
brother? Yes,
um,
I.
when you're talking about writing songs, right? Wanted
Yes,
for you're in the business a long time, and
yes,
anytime you make sure you sign up with ASCAPs, so that whosoever you write
yes,
song for, you make sure you get your royalties for your writing. You know what I'm saying? No matter
yes.
what,
Well,
if say, no
well,
matter if you write a short poem, you know what I mean?
yes.
You don't
The
get
royalties.
a check on coming at your door. You know what I'm saying? Like I explained to
One
you
thing,
recently.
yeah, yeah,
Learn the
King, not cutting your big
country.
up.
Mm-mm.
If one thing, I give Father Wally from Vision Songs enough respect for what he did for me, myself as an artist, and me, the group Forest Band extensively and so on. You know
Mm.
what I mean? But something that I really rate him for life. Since as youth, he tell we say, look, your publishing as an artist is very important. Enough producers don't tell you this.
Very
And
important.
he take the time and he took the time for like sign, make sure that all always sign up to ASCAP and PRS since way back then. You know what I mean?
Gotcha,
So it's
gotcha.
just now for I know for like, get serious and you know what I mean. But
Well,
I'm a
they there.
registered artist already.
As long as you're
Yes,
registered,
it done there,
they get a number that's come up by the time you put in your name, songwriter, book. You see it come up,
Yeah,
yeah, yes, you know what I mean. So
yeah, man.
because a lot of Guyanese artists, I respect all of them, but they have to learn the business because, like
True.
the great Butcher Banton say, all your music that you sing's now gone in the cloud because for a time you could make an album and you sell the album for seven
Yeah,
ninety nine and everybody buying it. No,
true.
you gotta depend on streaming. You
Yes,
understand?
I.
And you gotta get millions of
Yes,
streams
I.
before you make X amount of money. So
Yeah. Uh-huh.
that is how the business go these days. So artists have to know the business, learn the business. Is like it's so easy these days. You could Google or you could go on YouTube. Anything you want to
Yeah,
do.
man.
But you gotta sit down and push in the work. You gotta take your time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
For do the music. So
Yes, sir.
right now you on your peak again. You're done boss already, but this EP that you're doing and these songs, you're gonna take over the world by storm. So
Give thanks, King.
are you prepared and ready for start touring?
Yes, prepared mentally, physically, spiritually, as I've been saying just now, over the years, and as a Rasta man, moving with the faith and treading with the faith of Rastafari and treading with my roots and my culture. Over the years, experience, I've gained a lot of experience, and I know what I need to say, what I need to do, how I need to approach the business, within a time all through the years with Forest Barn and being around Kevin and Father Wally, and it was like a learning process for me, learn a lot of things. So when we put it all together and summons it together over the years now, it come into a great knowledge now. You know what I mean? That I could go out there and I could handle myself. I could represent. I could represent my music. I could represent my community. I could represent my family and my country with my music, any part of the world. You know what I mean? So I am totally prepared for this work.
So
One thing, my brother,
mm,
I'd show you, bigger. Yeah,
yeah.
you
Go ahead,
know,
go
as
ahead.
like, yeah, this is why I was saying just now that, your spirituality have a lot to do with it. You know what I mean? And a lot of people nowadays, don't believe that there is a God. I don't believe in a God. You know what I mean? But I know that there is a God. It's not what I believe. I know because I have a relationship with the Almighty. Every day I get up and I say my prayers and you know what I mean. I meditate. I've been inspired and motivated by the Most High. and I have a conversation. You know what I mean? So if you're living in the spiritual realms, you know so it is to have a conversation with the Most High. You know what I mean? That when you say something or you think about something, a response come. And those are most of my music come to me, you know, bigger. I would dip on a natural realms and then I would hear a melody or a song, a lyrics, you know, with a melody coming to my head. When I sleep in or something, I'm in a conversation with somebody. And this it would, you know, me ringing in my head that it would take over in my meditation. These songs, most of these songs that I would get for right, and then I would go and I would focus and bring it out. You know, I would try to capture it at the moment, and then I would go after and work on it and bring out the inspiration. You know, that's how most of my songs come to me. So that's how I know that spirituality have a lot to do with what you're doing, and if you need to make a certain impact, you know what I mean, especially in this time, you know, I know that you have to have a relationship with the Most High. So a relationship with Jah, very important for me. So, you know, we're ready, man. We're ready with the songs.
Well, let me
We're
tell
ready
you
for telling
something.
people them the right thing.
Let me say
Yes,
this to
kid.
you. The what we doing is that every time there's a performance with you, we need to get the performance right, because we need the band. We need
Yeah,
we
kid.
need you with a band. We don't want the stereo thing. You know what I mean?
Soundtrack. Yes, yeah.
We need a band. We need a band for back you and everything. Later on, when is the time for launching EP? We just want to make it right. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
We
Yes,
just
sir.
want to make it
Yes,
real right.
kid.
You know what I mean? You know, because
Yeah, live band music is always, especially as a reggae artist,
yeah,
live band is always very important. You know what I mean? It's bring out the full essence of the music and everything. So
you
this is the
you,
way to go. You know what I
you,
mean?
you could
And remember
perform one
to,
song
you know,
50 minutes. One song you could do 50
yeah,
minutes live and 20 minutes. We'll and come
yes,
again. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Talk it, tell the
get the crowd
story.
involved. You know what I mean? And everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, we right about now, I just give thanks for the whole project, give thanks in team, because, you know, teamwork is the fullness. I know as an artist that without a team, you know, a serious team, you ain't reaching nowhere still, no matter how much talent you have, right? You could be the most talented person, artist, but if you don't have a serious structure around you, people would know what they're doing, people who have ear sound, people who know how to market a thing, people who know for say no, hey, what no, don't do the brother. Because certain things you might know everything as an artist. You're not gonna know everything. You
Teamwork is the
focus on the
dream work.
music, trying to bring
Teamwork is
right.
the dream work.
Teamwork is the dream work. So I give enough thanks for Green Valley. Give enough thanks to you, Big On, Redemption and the whole team who, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
who helping and giving us strength for put this project together on, you know what I mean? And let me
man,
launch
man, I
out
gonna
to Guyana.
introduce right now. I gonna introduce the song now. I gonna play it and then we gonna talk and then I gonna play it again so people get accustomed. You know what I mean?
Yes,
This song is called World Life, written by Mr. Lambert Simple, aka Lambi I. Compliments of Green Valley Record, mixed and master by Pure Vibes Record in a Kingston, Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? This song is one of the biggest song right now on the rhythm, and coming down around June, July, we're gonna get a compilation album with this song with a lot of various artists, a lot of big artists off of this rhythm. So this rhythm was built for Mr. Lambert Sample, but the rhythm is so sweet that we had to extend it to other artists. Nobody never refused this rhythm, and every time everybody when they hear it, they want to be on it. So we had to make this. This is a surprise. This is a surprise to you. There's a lot of artists, and you is the leader, and it's because
yes,
of
sir.
you.
Yes,
See,
sir.
that's the thing with music. Because of you, you get another team, a different team around you, brother. You know what I mean? So
Yes, sir.
with no
Yes,
further
sir.
view, this is Wildlife by Mr. Lambert Sample, a.k.a. Lambi I.
Bless them.
Yes, sir, this is world premiere. Yes, sir, it's a song called Wildlife. First play by me, DJ BIGGADETEACHA, Upliftment Records, compliment of Green Valley Records.
Whoa, 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 yeah. Whoa, 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 yeah. One aim, one destiny, one king of kings. Haile Selassie the first. Whoa, 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 yeah. Whoa, 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 yeah. Cease your fire in Lebanon, yeah. Cease your fire in Pakistan, yeah. Cease your fire in Afghanistan. African, Indian, Europeans, we all are one. Created by the masterful hand. Don't let segregation divide you, man. Uplift the rights and put away the wrongs. No negative, positive ideation. That's why you got to cease your fire in Guyana. Cease your fire Venezuela. Cease your fire in Jamaica. Let consciousness rule all over. Instead of this tug of war life, tug of war life. Every day we witness poverty and striving. This tug of war life, tug of war life. While the youth them searching for an honest life. Tug of war life, tug of war life. Every day we witness race, hate and striving. This tug of war life, tug of war life. Rasta man I tell them we heal highly high. Hand wash hand, make hands come clean. Enough the one do good and prefer to be mean. Don't think about the future, to them it's just a dream. Then come around and act like them supreme. Rasta don't join them team. Earth is the fullness thereof. I and I got to share of. Instead of this tug of our life, tug of our life. Every day we witness poverty and striving. This tug of our life, tug of our life. While the youth them searching for an honest life. Tug of our life, tug of our life. Every day we witness race, hate and striving. This tug of our life, tug of our life. Rasta man tell them for hail highly high. Where there's no justice, there'll be no peace. That's as real as it seems. Over land and distances, the people keep calling for relief. Them say too much civilian casualties can't make out identity in the midst of hunger and disease. That's not what we need. Give this tug of our life, tug of our life. Every day we witness poverty and striving. This tug of our life, tug of our life. While the youth them searching for an honest life. Tug of our life, tug of our life. Every day we witness race, hate and striving. This tug of our life, tug of our life. Rasta man tell them feel highly high. Cease your fire in Lebanon, yeah. Cease your fire in Pakistan, yeah. Cease your fire in Gaza land. African, Indian, Europeans, we all are one. Created by the masterful hand. Don't let segregation divide you, man. Uplift the right, put away the wrong. No negative, positive ideation. That's why you got to cease your fire in Guyana. Cease your fire Venezuela. Cease your fire in Jamaica. Then consciousness rule all over. Instead of this tug of our life, tug of our life. Every day we witness poverty and striving. This tug of our life, tug of our life. While the youth them searching for an honest life. Tug of our life, tug of our life. Every day we witness race, hate and striving. This tug of our life, tug of our life. Rasta man tell them for hail highly high. Tug of our life, tug of our life. Every day we witness poverty and striving. This tug of our life, tug of our life. While the youth them searching for an honest life. Tug of our life, tug of our life. Every day we witness race, hate and striving. This tug of our life, tug of our life.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. That's a song called Wildlife. You don't know, give thanks and praise unto the Most High, you know what I mean? It's a big song,
Rastafari.
real big song. This is Lambi
Yes,
I,
King.
singer-songwriter out of Georgetown, Guyana, out of West Rumville housing scheme. You know what I mean? Been in the business
Yes,
for
man.
a long time, but you know, get some real good music gonna come. This is a song that coming from his EP. The EP gonna launch later down in a couple of months, but this is one of the
Yes.
songs coming from the EP. You know, how you feel about the quality and the mixing and the production of this song, Mr. Lambert?
Top quality, you know. I just can't stop playing this song. I got a whole heap of songs, but when I come to play this song, I just can't stop playing this song. All in the morning, since I received this song, you know, all in the morning, before I go to bed, in the nights I play this song. You know, the quality, the mix, just top quality, you know. It's like even from the music that I did before with Forrest Barn, this mix here and the mastering of this song is another notch, you know, it's another level. To me, it bring out my vocals more, the instrumentals here and everything clean and clear. So, you know, I really love it, man. I really love it. It's like, you know, a full up for me, a dream.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Yes, yeah, big up.
yeah, man. Cause you see, with music, right? With music, reggae music is a jealous thing, like I always tell people, you know. And
Yeah,
big up to Purist Records in Jamaica. You know, the engineer
pure
is
respect,
is so
big
it's
respect.
so nice to work with because you could explain to you, you could talk to you, and he always answer his phone. Always answer his phone.
Yeah, man.
If you don't get him, either mixing a song or or your church. But nice
Yeah,
person to work, nice person to work with because he's been working with King Malakia and these other artists, some other big artists. You know, he's a very talented engineer. You know, so
yeah,
with
yeah.
with
Uh-huh.
this
Yeah, you could
rhythm,
hear that you talent that, you know, the brother talented, man, cause you just bring the sound, you make the tune sound wide, you know, and huge, big, fat. You
yeah, man,
know, this is real roots music,
yeah,
roots
man.
reggae music, how it mix and everything, the mastering, you know, bring out the full quality. So maximum
So
respect to purest music for that, you know.
yeah, man. So tomorrow I'm gonna do a mini music video, send it to you that you could share it out. You could share the single to everybody. You know, everybody could get it. You could send it
Yes,
out, send it to all the
yes,
set
sir.
man, send it to the radio station. Because you got to know for sell yourself same way, right? Because I'm gonna
Yes,
send it.
sir.
We're gonna send it to the radio station, but we want to send it officially by emails and to to NCN and those places, so that they could get it.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And we got to try and get some other interviews. What you need?
Yes, bigger. You
Yeah,
don't know, sir.
yeah,
Whenever you're ready, we there on the trail, we there on the journey. So
yeah,
you don't know Green Valley to the world, Lambi I Lambi to the world, the whole
yeah,
team. You don't know, sir, man. You know what I mean? Vibes Entertainment to the world.
yeah,
And we're
man.
going global, you know, from Ghana. You
Yeah,
know, we're going global with something musical now. So, you
global
know
and
what I mean? I
yeah,
give thanks to be a
international. You
part
know
of
what I
the
mean?
whole fullness and, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Ready for just work. Yeah, yeah, King.
Yeah, man. So that's one of the most important thing right now. You know.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Not to move from there with the phone.
So you don't know, sir, it's about returning to Jamaica, doing some campaigning soon come. Some campaign in
Yeah,
Jamaica and you know, we have Trinidad we could go on campaign to, you know, and
yeah, man. Yeah,
put
man.
yourself
Because
out there.
well,
Yes.
well, a lot of people in a lot of people right now in London, um, Canada. They all listening.
Yes.
They are listening to you. Got a lot of promoters on this program right now. They're listening. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
A lot
sir.
of people in Canada, a lot of people in the US. They on here listening to you. You know, and like I said, when the EP come out, it's gonna be nice. And this rhythm, there's a lot of artists gonna feature on this rhythm too. So that's a surprise to you. There's another
Yes.
package. So you got your EP, and then you put another
Yeah,
album.
man.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
I.
it's
Yeah.
it's your time now. You know, you see what I'm saying? You know,
Yes,
because
King. Give thanks, you know.
I give thanks to you and give thanks to such a great. I must big up Heatwave man for
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
creative
It
with
wave.
such a excellent rhythm. Enough respect to them.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? And
Yes, sir.
enough respect to me brother Redemption for coming in so hard. He coming real hard for this project. You know. You see what I'm saying?
Full,
So
full, full
I
100 or more.
I come in same speed from the other side too, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
King.
And the inspiration and the things that you get in music, it's a joy and it's a blessing. So other than music, I know you're a businessman. You could tell people what you do other than music when you're in your own zone.
Yes, well, other than music, you know, we always put our hands to other things. I'm a baker.
I know you're a good
I'm a
cook,
chef.
a good baker, yeah.
Yeah, good chef, good baker. I bake all kind of pastries. I cook a good ital vegan food. You know what I mean? We make good juices, natural juices, beetroot juice and callaloo juice, and I just make pot bake, and I just make cheese spread and any other thing with things like pepper pot and these things. And a lot of people just come and support it. A lot of people in love with the pot bake, especially when people come from overseas. They would come and they would order the pot bake for me to take back, you know, take a 1 hour or two, and you know they would come and buy it daily and eat the pot bakes, and you know what I mean. So you know we bake pone, cassava pone, and plantain muffin, buns, and all of these things are bake and I cook, and
You
I'm
know,
planning to set up a live stream. Yeah, King. Set up a
I love the pumpkin pone bad, you know. I love pumpkin pone. Okay? I like
pumpkin
pumpkin
pone.
pone.
Yeah, Aldo, my brethren, you know what I mean? We set all of that pumpkin pone and Aldo. And right now, what we just do, we just set employment for a few youths around my community, and so, you know, this little small business that I started. You know, sometimes we just employ up to about 5 youths, 6 youths, you know, and give everybody a little salary, you know what I mean? And even teach them how to bake and, you know, handle themselves in the kitchen, in the gallery. So what I need to do is take it to another level. You know, we're gonna get someone for supervise them because I have my music to deal with now. So we are getting somebody, you know, who will supervise the whole cooking and the baking and them thing, you know, and just get some and start like videoing it and live streaming it and them things. Soon come, you know, and set it, and you know what I mean. So the world could know, well, otherwise the music we really dealing with and them thing, you know, on a daily basis, you know what I mean? Yes, I am.
That is excellent. So, what advice you would give to a lot of young Guyanese artists that coming up that want to be in the music business and with a writing skill and a writing habits, you know what I mean, and their creativity into the music industry at this time, 2025 and more, because you're gonna always set a trend with your prominent music. Me and you, we're not gonna be here, so we need to leave a legacy about these youth so they could
Yes,
always
yes,
say, okay, I want to be like Lambi, you know what I mean, when I grow
yes.
up. So what advice you would give to them?
Example. Well, I would tell you them music is a passion, you know, supposed to be your passion. So if you're gonna do, you need to be an artist and you're gonna do music, do it with a passion. You know what I
Chucky
mean?
Banton from
Apart
UK,
from
that's
that,
a big artist there. Chucky Banton, big up yourself, you know. Yeah,
Dr.
man.
Bantan, maximum
Yeah.
respect. Yes, King.
Yeah.
Yeah, do your music with all your passion. Now, when you do your music now with your passion, it's gonna bring about creativity. You know, always seek to be real creative and original in what you're doing. Always seek to create a song, your own song. You know, it is good to listen all types of music. You know, as in the first place, as an artist, you gotta know if you're gonna be in music, you gotta know where you're being in, where you're dealing with. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna be a musician and artist, you gotta know music. So you gotta listen music, all types of music, so you can learn with melodies and keys and tones and all of these things. Then love it with a passion, do it with a passion, all your creative passions, and strive to be original as possible in what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, never give up neither. You know, if you love what you're doing, never give up, because for me, it's 30 years and more. I would say even more, because I started as a little youth, 5 years old, you know, I started performing. You know, now, you know, I'm a grown man, you know what I mean? So, like, you know what I mean, I see a lot of artists who come from within my time, you know what I mean, as a youth in Guyana, we run around and we perform, and a lot of artists come from within my time, you know, still in got a kind of energy, you know what I mean, that I would look for push forward. You know what I mean? And I, as an artist now, coming from that time to this time, every time they see me out there, I still got the energy. It would even rise them up too. You know what I mean? And remind them of themselves. And look, don't forget yourself. Come forward and do what you got to do. So you know what I mean? It's just a joy for being on this journey here and continue it now. I would love to go and take my talents to the world. You know what I mean? Yes, I am. Straight
Yeah,
up.
man. Yeah, man. Is your time, and big up bloodline journey. You know, yeah, man. Give thanks and praise. You know, yeah, man. And to all the
Yes, sir.
artists and each and every one that listening to this program and making this program possible every week. You know what I mean? Me as an independent, what must I say? An independent podcaster. I give kudos to myself. You know what I mean? Because there's so much things, you know, that
Yes, I am.
me, I don't get no sponsorship or nothing. I do this off my own, and I do this
Yeah,
because
man.
I love music. Even though sometimes you go through a lot of stuff people don't know, you know what I'm saying? But I don't give up. You're like, how you don't give? I don't give up.
Yes,
I
I
go through.
am.
I just got fight on all kind of thing, but I don't give up because I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Life is
Yes,
one
I
of the
am.
greatest gifts. You know, when you wake up in the morning and you see the light, you say, Father God, I thank you for this day. You know what I mean? And I ain't get no enemy.
Give
I ain't get
thanks
no
to life.
enemy either. I ain't get no enemy neither. I just plain spoken. If I see something, I go highlight it. You know what I mean? And all the Guyanese artists, no matter what genre you're in, learn the business.
Yes,
Make,
yeah.
make sure you find the right producer for record you, because
Yes.
you and the right engineer, you and the engineer got to be like teacher and student, because each
Student,
one
yeah.
each
Yeah.
one teach one, each one teach one. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes, sir. True thing.
make sure your production right. And whenever if you do a song and you get a demo and it a mix, send it to somebody else that listen before you mix and
Yeah.
master it, so they could clarify
Yeah.
if there's anything inside of the music. Because a lot of music songs real nice with the rhythm, bam, 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 bam. So when it done mix, say, engineer don't mix it and give it to you, and you put it in your song system, you gotta turn it up.
This is where you're here.
You gotta turn up the
Uh-huh.
volume. The song distorted.
Yeah.
Always try for listening to your
You
phone
got
or your
balance it.
headphone. You gotta know for balance the music. You know what I
True.
mean? You know what I mean? So it's a lot of things. I know a lot of people get a laptop and they get a headphone and they get a software and they run and they do a song and they put it out. But that don't make no sense, because if you love this music and you're doing it for your lifetime and as a long jeopardy, you gotta make sure you do it right. You can't water down the music, you know. Reggae music is a thing.
True thing.
You can't water down it. You gotta do everything that is needed. The
Yes.
percussions, your live drums,
You don't have no shortcuts.
no
No
shot.
shortcuts.
Consider the reggae music.
True thing. You gotta go through the process
And God for go
to
through the
make it
process.
right. You know what I
And
mean?
them I
True,
forget
man.
they got forget patient like the eye. You see what I say?
Yes, sir. Patience is
Pa-
very important. Very, very important if you really need to project yourself, and you know what I mean, and build something. Longevity within the music is very important, I ain't gonna waste time and waste my talent for write a song that will only last 6 months, King. You know what I mean, my brother? I ain't gonna waste my time. Because too, where we coming from, where I coming from, Guyana, we need artists to sing songs and write songs, and producer to produce songs that gonna last a lifetime and more. You know what I mean? So that we could build something here, a music industry, because we got a lot of talent from since 1940s coming from Sammy Bash, right? And Pamela
fa-
Maynard.
family
We,
teach.
we know Eddie Grant and yeah, Family Teach and all these great artists, right? And a lot of, most times we end up with failures, you know what I mean? We reach with Forest Bar, we reach with Natural Black, who reached that pinnacle, but
You know,
still we ain't getting the breakthrough
even though
that
guy
we
nigga
need, you know
so
what I
much
mean?
even though guy nigga such a genre, we don't even hear nobody talk about Mighty Rebel. And Mighty Rebel is a big artist in
Mighty
Guyana.
Rebel.
You know what I'm saying? Them is
Well, let's
good
show you
artists.
something bigger. Let's show you something, my big brother. Watch. Mighty Rebel was one of my inspiration as a youth, When I was 7 and 8, and I'm thinking Mighty Rebel was one of my favorite artists in the whole world. Especially when he sings songs like Second Hand Man and them song, and he used to be a part of the competition, the Calypso competition in Guyana and them thing. And I used to follow Rebel right through, set up and listening for the radio and all these things. So artists like Mighty Rebel and all these people who set the stone, but yet still never get the kind of recognition or get the breakthrough that we need. So it's about time that we really, put in the work, right? Have the patience and everything, and focus on longevity with our production and lyrical content and everything. We must focus on longevity
If,
within the
if,
music. When
if,
this thing busts
even to the great
and happen,
even to the great Ezzy Ratcliffe from the Ruby Singers.
yes,
Those are
yes, yeah,
pioneers in the music business, Ezzy Ratcliffe and the Ruby Singers,
pioneers,
they
yeah,
were
man,
pioneers in the music business. But you don't really hear nobody
yes,
talking
sir.
much about these artists. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes. It's sad
for
that they don't get the kind of respect. Look, the other day I was sparring with Pablo G, right? Well, we know Pablo G tell me, you know what I mean? Him tell me say he's singing since 1975 to the same year that I was born. You know what I mean? And for see that Pablo G continue on this journey until now and still get the energy to
still
go in the
working,
studio and record. You know what I mean? It's great
still working.
respect. You know
Yeah,
what I
man.
mean? To the energy. You know what I mean? And we have a lot of Guyanese icons and legends like that we need to come to the front line. It's time that something happened for us. You know what I mean? On the
Yeah, man.
international stage. Yeah, man. You know what I mean?
they got Bundy crab in a barrel business though. You see, because this music thing is a crab in a
Yeah,
barrel
real
business,
thing.
it's like
Real thing.
you and a man gonna sit down and reason, but use
Yes,
Lambi
sir.
I, and you songs,
Yeah.
you got quality songs, and you a reason a man. I ain't gonna even say, "Oh, let me tell yourself because your music, blah 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 blah." You don't do them to you. Gotta give a man the respect. Though. If you want to tell a man something, tell him
Yes,
front of
sir.
face. You know what I mean? You see, at me now, a lot of people don't appreciate me for certain because I'm very plain spoken. If I get something to tell you, I tell you. That's it. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna sugarcoat that thing.
Yeah, man.
I ain't gonna wait till a man turn it back for Bashi. If I can't tell you in front of your back,
True.
best I don't talk it. You see what I say?
True.
Yeah, man.
True. Yeah.
Because within this music business, when I used to manage artists, nobody never used to manage
Yeah, man.
artists. You know what I'm saying? Nobody
Yes,
never used to
sir.
put their money
Yes.
into managing artists. You know what I mean? I done this thing long,
Yeah.
and I never get
Yeah,
a
man.
cent, and
Foundation.
I never give up. You see what I'm saying? I never give up. I done
True.
it long,
True
long, long.
thing.
I never ever give up on it. You know what I mean? So when you come to the history of the music and working because of Wally Fraser is the
Yes, sir.
man that make me learn about music. And Wally is the first person that when I went to Jamaica, I get for link up with Fattest and all of them. And from since then, I never turn back. You know what I mean? I used to
Yeah,
I used to
man.
I used to cross color record studio with Borch. But Borch is a rat.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Borch
Yeah.
Borch is a man now. Borch know music. Borch know music because Borch is a bass player. But when it comes to the music business,
Yeah.
Borch smart. If you don't know, Borch should walk all over you because Borch line the business of a man named Dennis Ward. Dennis Ward is a Bajan
Uh-huh.
man.
Uh-huh.
You said about the
Be
studio.
just.
That is the man
Yes.
that teach Borch the theory of music and music rights and ASCAPs and all them things. That is where Borch learning from. So you the wrong Borch and you vice a Borch and you know what guy now Borch should register you and you won't even know nothing.
Yes, I
So
I tell you.
I line my Borch studio for years. And Borch never teach me nothing. I spend all my money. I do an album for Bali's name, New World Order. And when I do over it,
Yeah, I remember the album.
a man called me and tell me, man, I said, look online. Borch get me album selling them. You know what I mean? I know to
Oh, man. I tell you.
you know what I mean? So,
Yes, sir.
so that is
Something in Guyana here, we really need for really understand how the business is run, and really deal with it
they gotta learn
the
the
right
business.
way. A lot of people, we gotta learn. A lot of people they're in the music industry in Guyana, but they don't understand the fundamentals, you know what I mean? And they following the principles. And that's why, there's another thing make we reach in where we supposed to reach to, you know what I mean?
They got other ways
Because,
they got other ways they could do it because in the Caribbean
yes, sir.
they could any part other than Guyana, all the rest of Caribbean countries have music liars, bro. Music liars,
Yeah, yes.
entertainment liars. All I gotta do is pick up the phone,
Uh-huh.
call and sign up. So
Yeah,
when something going on and they don't know, all they got is call a lie and the lie gonna do it. Simple as that. If you really
yeah,
love
man.
if you really love the music and you want to do the music and you're interested in doing the business and knowing all the fundamentals, get a music liar. Make it more easy for you. So it's not when you
Yeah,
do a song and you might hear it playing and you come to the producer and your song playing plenty and saying the producer making money and him paying you. At the end of the day, if a man is an executive producer money is different from when you royalties, you're writing and you're singing. You get
true,
different parts
true.
within the business, and
Yeah,
you got to know it before you injure one another for something that is not right.
yeah.
You know,
True,
because
true
years
thing.
ago when people used to play over the radio, man used to run and say, "Oh, me music playing steady, steady, steady," and me ain't getting no money for it. You can't get no money
Like
if you
your
don't
money,
register.
like your
If you
music play.
if you don't register, you get money. You gotta register.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true
I
thing. A
said,
lot of people feel well. Soon as the song start to play around the place, boy, you're supposed to get rich, man.
um,
Yeah, they
the
don't
next
know.
the next thing though, selectors. A lot of selectors and
Yes.
DJs these days, they don't play certain music. They they play they play the music what they like in the club, the nasty ones. And when
Yeah,
they're in the car, they're gonna play
yeah.
War Life. And when they're home, they're gonna play War Life for the children here. You understand? They're gonna play
True,
it in the club.
true.
But
Yeah.
these are music that you have to play in the clubs, play on the radio,
Yes.
put it on rotation so that when you do
Yeah,
that,
man.
everybody gonna eat. The artist gonna eat because people don't come to you for dubs. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
the
Yes,
dubs,
sir.
the dubs money is you. And even though you get certain artists, if you call them for dubs, you gotta call management. Because you know why?
Aye.
They
Aye.
get
Uh-huh.
born. They get born. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So because you got a lot of people out there that say they could get an artist to go for do a dub, but they're scamming you. All those things you got to know. There got a lot of scammers out there, bro. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. Yes,
Anytime
sir.
somebody call you and it does song right, get a second opinion. You
Yeah.
understand?
Uh-huh.
So if people
True,
and
man.
if people are learning for live, it is. I hope it gets some kind of change within the crabbing and the music business, the crab in the barrel, because another thing, some selectors play what they like.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And let me say you come for this interview
yeah.
now. I play you song. And when you turn your back, I ain't playing it no more, you done gone already.
Right away.
But I
Most
like this
times there's all this work.
I like this
The
song.
artists them.
This
Soon
guy
as
go for
the
me
interview
rotation.
finished.
This big, this guy go for me
Yeah,
rotation.
yes, yeah.
Yes, sir, this is brand new. First premiere by me, DJ Bigger the Teacher. Song called War Life.
One aim, one
Written
one king of kings.
by Mr. Lambert Sample, a.k.a. Lambi I.
Whoa, whoa, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Do you know where you're going to? And do you like the way Bigger the Teacher plays for you?
Let's chuck
Oh
it back
Lord,
down, you know.
and you, so tell me what
Yeah,
about
yeah.
you?
Let's chuck
Yo,
it back down
Bigger
from
the
the
Teacher,
UK,
big up
man.
yourself now. Smee, Chucky Banton.
Rastafari.
Yes, I gotta get some drops from you. I forget some drops from you, no?
Yeah, man. Yeah, yes. Agree with it.
one aim, one destiny, one king of kings. Haile Selassie the first. Whoa, 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 yeah. Whoa, 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 yeah. Cease your fire in Lebanon, yeah. Cease your fire in Pakistan, yeah. Cease your fire in Afghanistan. African, Indian, Europeans, we all are one.
Yes, sir, this is brand
The
new.
masterful hand.
This is a solution rhythm.
Divide human.
Yes, sir.
Uplift the right and put away the wrong.
Compliments of Green Valley Records,
Positive vibe.
alongside Upliftment Records.
Got to cease your fire in Guyana. Cease your fire Venezuela. Cease your fire in Jamaica. Let consciousness rule all over. Instead of this tug of our life, tug of our life. Every day we witness poverty and strife. In this tug of our life, tug of our life. While the youth them searching for an honest life. Tug of our life, tug of our life. Every day we witness race, hate and strife. In this tug of our life, tug of our life. Rasta man I tell them we heal highly hard. Hand wash, hand make hands come clean. Enough the one do good, they prefer to be mean. Don't think about the future, to them it's just a dream. Then come around and act like them supreme. Rasta don't join them team. Earth is the fullness thereof. I and I got to share of. Instead of this tug of our life, tug of our life. Every day we witness poverty and strive in this tug of our life.
Yeah, man, you see, this tune is a big song. Big song, you know what I mean? So this is a brand new premiere.
Yes.
A war life, you know? On the solution rhythm, you know what I mean? A whole heap of artists will come from this rhythm, you know? But this artist have an EP coming out in a couple of months, and this is one of his songs would be on the EP. Song called War Life, written by Mr. Lambert Sample, compliments of Green Valley Records, mixed and mastered by Pure Rich Records in Jamaica. Yes, I. Rhythm was produced by, you don't know, the big band from Guyana, you know what I mean? The Heat Wave band, you know?
Wave.
Yeah, man. Big
Yes,
up the
yeah.
Heat Wave band for this production, you know? Good rhythm, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, you know? So, with this rhythm,
Yes,
is,
yeah.
everybody that hear it, them just love it because it's nice, you know what I mean? Just that
Boom rhythm.
certain thing has to change inside, you know, have to change and that's not a band fault. That's the engineer fault.
Problem,
You know what I'm
aye.
saying?
Aye.
Engineer have to listen.
Yes,
So
sir.
if the bass playing one thing, the pick have to play the same thing, have to go with the bass. You understand? Because it could show you off track. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
And as an artist, anytime you're recording a song and you don't feel comfortable and you want to hear what you're hearing, you gotta stop and come out and tell the engineer, yo, I'm feeling comfortable. I like what you're hearing. You gotta get it right.
Yeah, man.
Because remember, at the
Straight.
end of the day, you're paying your money, you know, you want quality. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Well, really, truly remember how these songs was built, right? I sing the vocals, and then the band lay the foundation, like
That's how.
the bass.
Hold it. That's how they used to do it
Yeah,
back in the Orleans.
yeah, yes,
Yeah,
foundation style.
the foundation style.
Foundation, you come here, sing the vocals. You sing it over and over, you sing the vocals for the song over and over and over, then the band
And the
build,
band play, build it
start to
right
build.
there.
Right,
Yeah,
and then the
man.
build a foundation, they lay a foundation for the rhythm, and then we go and record the song, and then add the different accompaniments to the rhythm. So I wasn't there, you know what I mean, hearing when the other accompaniments, you know what I mean, the fine tuning and all these things was, you know, being done in them way, you know what I mean? I just do the
The,
vocals on the
yeah,
the foundation for the rhythm and
the
thing, you know?
guitar man,
Yes, yeah,
when the guitar man went playing the pick, he feel that like he was feeling it, but it wasn't there.
yes,
It
sir.
wasn't there. You
You
know what I
do
mean?
it, aye,
You know,
yes, sir.
and you see, Redemption is so sensitive and so smart. This brother line, he craft, he get a wicked ear song. Redemption ear song is
Yes,
classic, bro. This man is
very important too.
pick up anything quick. Sometimes I might give something and he might say, yeah, bigger, but listen to this part. I say, well, damn. And I listen to that part. So with the man so critique, so when I doing something now, I gotta make sure I get it right before I send it. Cause he don't make joke
Yes, sir.
about base me, you know. I respect that, you know what I mean? Because remember, I used to manage Redemption, you know. At that time, his name was Quiet Storm. So me and he come along with.
Yes, sir.
When he come in meet camp,
Yeah.
I accept you right away. Then when he used to get a guitar with a cat gut string and all kind of thing, he used to walk and a book with a set of
Yeah, man.
songs, writing and them thing, you know what I mean? So respect
Yes,
to Green
sir.
Valley Records, respect for the input
Maximum.
and everything they put into it, and it's a joy and a pleasure getting you on this platform. And you're gonna be back here many times, and then you're gonna be here in the flesh too. You see what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, King. Sure.
you got your EP coming up, then you get the various artists album coming up. So the various artists album, we just want to do everything right.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Everything right
Yeah, man.
and international, so that everybody
Yeah, we're looking forward.
must enjoy
Yes,
the best
sir.
of the production and the launching of the album. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Because we
Yes.
don't deal with animosity and crab in a barrel, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't deal with the backbiting
No,
thing,
no,
you know
no.
what I mean? Nah, we don't
Yeah,
deal
we
with that.
burn out backbiting and backstabbing and them thing. Straight cut there is it kill off everything. Negative energies. So we need no negative energies right now around we circulating everything and all of that. We don't beat you all them thing years. Time for we step up now, you know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah,
King.
man. Yeah, man. So it's your time. And thank you
Yes,
very
sir.
much for taking the time out, coming on this interview, expressing yourself, how you come up into the music
Yes,
business.
bro.
And you never give up. And you always write positive music. I call it permanent crop.
Yeah.
And a lot
Yeah,
of
man.
artists should be looking up. Yes, Chucky
Yeah.
Bantam, bless up. A lot of artists should be looking up to you as a pioneer
Yes, sir.
in the business for advice because of your
Yeah, man.
writing skill and your lyrical content. You know what I mean? They got to give
Yes,
the
King.
respect. You know what I mean? Because
Yes.
from there's a time
True, man.
there's
True.
a time right now in your music career they wouldn't even see you. They don't see you, so they gotta try.
Yes, sir. We don't even move
The move,
out there,
oh dear.
outside. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, we ready.
Yeah,
We ready for step outside and really shine this light and share with talent with the world. You know what I mean? Coming
man.
from Guyana.
Chucky
Yes,
Bantan
sir. Representing the label and everything.
Chucky Bantan's a large up, you know. Yeah, man. All the way to the
Maximum
UK.
respect of the Bantan.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
there right now, UK.
Yeah, you see, this after 12 in the night, that man still there up watching, you know what I'm saying? Cause you
Yes,
was
sir.
5 hours ahead, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chucky Banton, maximum respect. Always king. You don't know the whole UK massive.
Yeah, man.
Endless respect. Seeing can done.
Canadian
Straight.
family, Canadian, USA, everybody there
Canada.
listening. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Canadian family, Toronto. The whole of Canada. You don't know. Maximum respect. The whole of USA. See
Yeah.
Brooklyn. Guyanese massive them. The Jamaica, man, the Caribbean people them. Trinidad. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
Barbados. Remember say
The
we
whole
is one, you
Caribbean.
know?
Yeah,
So
man.
yeah, the whole of Brooklyn,
Big up
all
Africa,
black
same
people,
way, still. Africa,
everyone. Yeah,
same
the whole
way.
of Africa,
Yeah.
all black people, the whole black nation, all the way one is one thing, you know what I mean? Non partial love, non partial fire. See? Green Valley, big respect, big endless respect, Green Valley. You know what I mean? And you don't know, say, Lambi I is your artist. And we working for make the thing happen. See? Bigger,
Yeah.
maximum respect.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
I'm going to go off here, but don't come off. I'm going to go off here. I'm going to go off here. Yes,
Yeah.
thanks very much, each and everyone, for tuning in and listening. Bless up your nice, clean, sweet self. If you don't know, this is DJ Bigger the Teacher. Special guest reggae artist out of Georgetown, Guyana. Come from West Rumvelt. You know what I'm saying? Lambi I. Look out for the EP coming up. You know what I mean? Go on all social media platforms and you're going to get Wildlife. Yeah, man. All social media platform, Wildlife would be there. You know what I mean? Let me leave you with another sneak preview of Wildlife. You know what I mean?
One aim, one destiny, one king of kings. Haile Selassie the first. Whoa, 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 yeah. Whoa, 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 yeah. Cease your fire in Lebanon, yeah. Cease your fire in Pakistan, yeah. Cease your fire in Afghanistan. African, Indian, Europeans, we all are one. Created by the masterful hand. Don't let segregation divide you, man. Uplift the rights and put away the wrongs. No negative, positivization. That's why you got to see your fire.
Yes, sir. If you want more of Wildlife, just go and support the artists. Yes, sir. On all musical platforms, you could go and get Wildlife. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. It's Lambi I to Georgetown, Guyana. Come from a place near West Rumvelt. I know him from a long time, years in the business. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Compliments of Green Valley Records alongside Upliftment Records, you know? Yeah, man. So thanks very much, each and everyone. Natalie Sky Vice, all the way in London, Neville Citalal. Yeah, man. Chucky Bantam, big up yourself. Travis Haywood, good night. Yeah, man. Each and everyone that's tuning in, man. Give thanks and praise unto the Most High. Jah Rastafari. Tracy Christie.
Rastafari.
Set Speed. Singer Irie. Yes, I. Enough love. Yeah, man.